Welcome to the Wrestling Bar with your host, The Funk, and your co-host, P. Coda. How you doing, Phil?
Oh, great, man. All this wrestling, so much wrestling, so little time.
So much wrestling. Every single weekend we got a PLE or some type of special event,
Yes.
either from, WWE main rosters, NXT, AEW, TNA now.
Right.
So I mean, I've heard a lot of internet wrestling fans complain about it. Hey, there's
Right.
too much wrestling. How can you watch all of these? It's impossible. Well, I think it's a great time to be a wrestling fan.
It is.
You got a lot of content coming from different ways. You got AAA too in Mexico now picking up. I
Yep.
think it's a great time. And hey, guess what? You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, right?
That's right. But
You
we
don't have
do.
to. We do, right? Like it's our job.
That's right.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of it is not good. A lot of it is good. So it's a mixed bag.
Right.
And that's what we're doing here in the show, right? We're gonna talk
Let's
about it.
go. Let's talk about TNA Bound for Glory 2025.
TNA Bound for Glory.
We have got to start this thing off with the Dudleys versus the Hardys.
Classic dream match. A dream match.
I'm not crying. You're crying. They can go. It was such a great match.
You're just so full of emotion,
It
right?
is, man.
And I
Just
think there was some construction work going on in my house. I got some dust in my eyes.
okay.
When they finally put Baba,
Yeah.
through that table,
Yeah.
and all that exchange, and they gave them the
Oh,
boots, right? They took their
yeah.
boots down. Man,
I wasn't
so
ready.
no, right?
I wasn't ready for it.
You would think
I
we would be
just,
ready.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
They've been wrestling for, at that level for this long, but I just wasn't ready. It didn't, it's real. It
it's real.
felt real, but in that moment, it was very surreal to me. In that just glimpse of a moment, it just so much emotion. They've given so much to the industry. Still am. We love the Dudleys and their product. Love the Hardys too. Um, I mean, to think we've gone from literally growing up
Yeah.
to seeing them in this light now, and it's like, wow, fantastic job, guys. Fantastic job, fantastic match. I mean, they looked great,
Hmm.
right? And everything. I'm really glad that we got a chance to witness that at TNA. Thank you, TNA.
Yep.
Okay, you set it up. We're I, I'm thoroughly happy with that pay-per-view, the PLE, the way that it was, and that match was the cherry on top.
Yeah, yeah. It was absolutely a huge moment in wrestling
Yeah,
history. Thank
yeah,
you, TNA. Thank you, Tommy Dreamer. I believe put it
yeah.
together. The TLC tag team matches in the Attitude Era
Right,
were a pillar, right? We talk about AEW pillars, right? That was a pillar of the Attitude Era and of our childhoods,
right.
right? Shout out to Edge and Christian too, right? Another tag
Yes,
team that
yes.
really, really play a key role back then. And what a great finish,
Yeah.
poetic finish to this highly recognized and highly successful career for the Dudley Boys.
Right, right. I'm pleased.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
If anything, that match alone was worthwhile for the whole pay-per-view
it was.
to watch that huge
It was.
moment. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was magic. It was magic. I got goosebumps right now, even just
Yep,
talking about it.
yep.
Um, just simply fantastic. They did a really great job. I'm really, really happy with TNA for doing that.
And
Incredible.
it was for both TNA and NXT tag
Right,
team championships.
right,
And since then, today is October 22nd, right?
right.
And just this week in NXT, the Hardy Boys are back and they are broken.
They are. Man.
Man, when I saw that lake in the Hardy compound, I was in my bed watching the laptop. I was like Dracula, like
Oh
here I
man.
am, here I am, I am here.
Yo.
Like oh my god, what video package! What great setup for Halloween Havoc NXT coming up here
Yeah.
this weekend, this
Yes,
Saturday,
it is.
every weekend,
Every weekend.
every single weekend.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Looking forward to that, man. That's my number one thing to look forward to the weekend in terms of the wrestling. It's
Right.
that broken Hardys. I don't think we've ever seen Brother Nero in that way. So I'm looking forward to what they're gonna bring to the table.
Me too. Me too. This can be fantastic. Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller.
Yeah, I was surprised by Gia Miller. I did not know she was like a wrestler.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
did.
can wrestle. She can go.
I did not know that side of her.
I love how that match ended though. The way that it ended.
Mm.
You know, diamonds are still forever.
Yeah, I know the ref probably should have seen
But it
everything
was
in the ring in the canvas, but
she paid homage to her father
right,
versus Dusty Rhodes with that finish. So
right.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Super heel fashion, perfect. This is what we wanted to see.
Yeah, yeah. And people complaining, oh well, how come he didn't the ref still counted three? I mean he didn't see the act, right? The hit,
Yeah,
right? He saw
yeah,
the all the stuff in the ring, but not the
yeah,
actual
yeah,
impact.
yeah,
So, it's
yeah.
fair game. It's fair game.
That needs to happen sometimes. We don't necessarily need every match to be definitive. Every
Mm.
match, you got to create some emotion sometimes. Sometimes people got to get screwed over. It's okay. It's part of the show. And if you build a segment, if you build a story around it, because after the fact, Gia and Tessa went backstage and beat up Gia backstage again.
Hmm.
So they're creating a storyline and giving you emotion. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Like sometimes that's just the way it needs to be. It doesn't necessarily need to end with a clean pin and the good guys always win and we ride off to the sunset. Okay. Sometimes people need to get screwed over. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
you
And
know?
as long as Tessa wins, I'm okay with it.
Right.
We
Right.
hashtag we won Tessa.
Also, we want Tessa to apologize because
Ah,
this NXT deal, you're missing out on this money because you could be in them tournaments and everything.
do you think WWE will forgive her if she apologizes,
Yes.
or if WWE even cares at this point?
Why aren't you okay? We have the TNA deal. You've not shown up not one time to go get this money.
What
That's
what what
crazy.
what I'm trying to say is I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that NXT and WWE is holding back in on Tessa as part of the TNA deal because of this controversy or because they're planning something bigger. I don't know. They think about it. They brought back Brock Lesnar.
They have.
And he's still in this big controversy with Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant and all this stuff.
You brought back Alicia Fox on NXT, but you didn't bring back Tessa Blanchard. She's one of the better performers in the ring, but you gave us Masha Slamovich. You're giving us Zaya
Masha
Lee.
is gone now.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying is you had her parading around here for so long, right?
Yeah.
Losing the championship, whatever. Ash by Elegance. You've had a bunch of people there, a bunch of talent there. You have Kalani Jordan, who has the TNA Women's Championship, right? And you don't have, and you versus Indy Hartwell, which was a great match, by the way. Shout out to Indy, good job. But you still haven't put Tessa up on that. Like Tessa's not even in the title picture.
Maybe they have. That's what makes me think that they have a bigger plan for her. It's either that or she's blacklisted, right? It's either one of them. And I'm
going with B.
You're going with blacklisted.
I'm going with B because right before this TNA deal, you were literally back at high schools again, right? Getting $80 a show.
Yep.
So you need to just go ahead and get it over. You need to apologize, get your legal attorneys, get it over with, and get on and come on out here and get this money. Because really, Charlotte Flair, we love Charlotte, but let's be real. If a heel Tessa showed up and like punched Charlotte in the face, it would start something.
Yeah.
Go get this money.
Yeah. Speaking about controversies and money, so TNA has been taking this approach of intergender matches,
right?
Having men and women fight each other in the ring,
right?
It happened in Bound for Glory, the System versus the what's that? The Order of Four.
Correct.
I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's a little too hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the because I mean we've done it in WWE a few times, right? The 2 seasons, right, with the intergender matches and things like that. You tag in, you tag out
on Facebook.
It's actual wrestling, and of course, you know the woman wrestler normally is going to get a move or something or a finisher on the guy. We've seen women take bumps like Nia Jax take a RKO from Randy Orton.
Yes.
Stephanie McMahon. But it's never gotten to that point of a hardcore match intergender. That's a little too much to me. That's just me. But that's TNA style. They like to do it that way. They've always done some things like that. Just like AEW. AEW is wild. It's for the hardcore wrestling fan. I don't think that if you go publicly traded or you get purchased by WWE, I don't think that those type of matches are going to happen.
Right.
Just because you're publicly traded now. It's a different mantra when you're publicly traded. You don't have that freedom and flexibility.
Yes. I do respect them for doing something different, right? Showing something different than WWE, right?
Correct.
Lucha Underground did it, and Lucha Underground, I've said it before, one of my favorite products ever.
Yes.
And they did it very well, and they did it very tough, very hardcore, right?
But it wasn't to the point where we were seeing blood and guts. And TNA and AEW are more blood and guts. I'm okay with the wrestling piece of it. It was fantastic. Lucha Underground was fantastic. We talk about Chelsea Green's match,
right?
All the time. Io Sky's match all the time with Penta, right?
With Penta, yeah.
Right. Like a match is a match. It's a dance.
But
we all live to fight another day. But when we start taking it to this like extreme with the cutting and everything else, like that's I don't necessarily like the cutting anyway. I don't think it's necessarily the healthiest for the performers. Right. We always talk about that,
So what we're talking about is on this multi-man match, the System versus the
Yeah.
Order of Four. I think they're
What's
called
yeah, I wasn't a fan of that match.
The Mustafa Ali
Yeah.
team. Agent Zero, I think is his name. He's a
Right.
big guy, looks kind of like Big Bill a little bit, but thinner. He takes Alicia Edwards,
Right.
which I don't think should be on my TV screen ever.
Right.
But a woman nonetheless, right?
Right.
He grabs her by the neck and choke slams her into the thumbnails,
Right.
right?
Right.
Very hard, real
Right.
thumbnails, right?
Correct.
And they get all stuck in her bag and
Right.
very uncomfortable to watch for
Right.
for
Me.
healthy mental health people, healthy people, right? Because
Right.
there is a niche out there that enjoys this stuff,
Right.
right? There is a small group of
Right.
people that enjoys this stuff, and if you're listening to us, you are wrong. Go get help, okay? Go get help. Yeah, so that's that. So I respect it, showing something different, but
Right.
again, not for mainstream, not for the WWE platform.
Right. I don't necessarily. Now, have there been women that have taken choke slams in the past? Hell yeah. Kane?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it has happened.
It's
Who
happened.
was it? May Young went through a table with the
Right.
Dudleys.
I'm just saying, right.
So it
But
happens,
but
but
not through the thumbtacks. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and I mean, I think TNA is doing it on a weekly basis. The
Right.
men versus women matches,
Right.
it's becoming something more common,
Right.
and they did have Tessa, we were talking about before, become their world champion at some point years ago,
Right.
right? And she became world champion by beating a man in a match,
Right.
right? So,
Yeah.
and then she lost it, I think, to a man in another match, or I can't remember right now. I'll have
Right.
to look back, but TNA is doing that.
China did it, right? China, right? Became the European champion,
Yeah,
Intercontinental champion,
yeah,
was in the
yeah.
men's Royal Rumble, right?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, Beth Phoenix was in the men's Royal Rumble,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
but
But that's very soft intergender interactions.
correct.
You
It
know, it's
wasn't through
yeah,
thumbtack.
yeah. No. Straight kicks to the face
Right.
or thumbtacks or all that stuff.
Correct.
That is kind
Correct.
of
Correct.
hardcore.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrestling piece of it is an art, and I respect that. But for me, it's just the hardcore element I'm not necessarily a fan of. And that's just in general. I mean, we talk about the performer's health perspective, right?
Hey guys, here I got my order of Wingstop crispy tenders, and the reason I got it is because if you like WWE, you better start liking crispy tenders. That's what Dominic Mysterio, the future of WWE, eats. So gonna try them right now. This one has that mango habanero sauce on it, which I've heard is really good. So, and this is the house ranch that Dom recommended himself, the house ranch. Let's see if it's good. Best food that you can have to watch Raw or SmackDown. The Iconics, they won
They
the
did.
tag team titles.
They did.
Congratulations.
As soon as we predicted it.
Yeah. The Iconics are back. And Steve Macklin regained the international title, I think it's called.
Yep.
From Frankie Kazarian.
Right.
Good,
Good match.
good match, traditional,
Yeah.
babyface
Sure.
over, with the Marines and all of that
Right.
entrance.
It was
Love
nice.
love it with Frankie Kazarian, which is he's a formidable heel. He does a great job.
He
Getting
is.
heat, he gets heat. The king of TNA.
Right.
And Mike Santana finally took
Santana.
the TNA World Title back to TNA from Trick
Yeah,
Williams.
that was absolutely fantastic match. I can't deny it. Really great. Enjoyed every bit of it. Um, I'm glad that Trick no longer is champ. I think he was getting a little stale,
Yeah.
personally. So this is what we needed, um, in my opinion. I'm ecstatic about it. He's gonna be a fighting champion. He's a fighter, I'll tell you that much.
Yep. And
So
and there was one last match that created some controversy in the internet. It was a bouncy match. Leon Slater versus Javon Evans from NXT for the X Division title. And a lot of people were saying, I don't know where this came from, that Triple H and Shawn Michaels or WWE had a lot to do with the ending. It was a no contest,
mhm.
and people were not happy about it. In Lowell, Massachusetts,
No,
they were not happy
no,
about it. In Bound for Glory, a no contest match for the title, for the championship,
right.
they were not.
Yeah.
Dark State interfered at the end.
Yeah.
So NXT written all over it. The match was good, very good. Up to the, I'm gonna have to say that.
Right.
They can bounce. They can bounce off my TV to GCW.
But they can wrestle. They can
They
wrestle.
can wrestle. They can. They can
Yeah.
definitely do. Great show. I think they had over 7,000 people
Right.
in Lowell, Massachusetts. I think it's the second biggest TNA event in their history in terms of
Right.
audience. In the US, I think. I don't know
Right.
if the UK they did better. So great show. I'm looking forward to how TNA will continue to grow and if they're gonna get a TV deal anytime soon. So we have another show. I do watch them on TNA Plus.
Yes.
I catch up with them, but I would like them to have a bigger platform so more people can watch them.